record keeping is important for any farm, smallholder and homesteader, because without records it's easy to forget important events and miss trends. It also makes things more straightforward as a whole. These days, there are various applications available that allow you to maintain farming records, but you have to pay for the better ones, especially systems that can be synchronized with a smartphone or a mobile device. However, it's possible to create a record-keeping system that can be synced with a calendar and a smartphone for free, and in this tutorial I will show you how. For our agricultural records system, we'll use the following two programs and a free script: Google Sheets, Google Calendar, and a free Google Sheets add-on called Event-O-Matic. Google Sheets is part of the free G Suite set of applications. G Suite is Google's answer to Microsoft Office. G Suite contains various applications, but in this guide we will be using only one, and that is Google Sheets. Google Sheets is a cloud application. This makes it a little different from other spreadsheet software. Because it's a cloud application, you'll need an internet connection to use it. You can use Google Sheets offline, but it will make things difficult for this tutorial. Therefore, it's recommended that you follow the rest of this guide with a working internet connection. Second, as Google Sheets is a cloud application, it's easy to get it to integrate with other cloud services. In our case, this will be Google Calendar. Google Calendar is the application we'll be using to track dates and send alerts to our phones and mobile devices. And to get these applications to send data between each other, we'll use a free plugin called Event-O-Matic. Here's a list of things you will need before we start. Access to a PC or laptop. You could do this on a smartphone, but I wouldn't recommend it. A free existing Gmail account or G Suite for business. If you have an existing Gmail account on your Android phone, just use that account. A smartphone. This is optional, but it's needed if you want calendar alerts sent to your device. Step 1. Make a copy of my spreadsheet calculator. Google Sheets allows you to create and share spreadsheets between users, but you cannot alter a shared spreadsheet until you have made your own copy, so we need to do this before we can proceed. You can find a link to my spreadsheet calculator on my website. Just click on the URL below in the YouTube description field to be taken to the page which contains the link. Once you have found the link, click it and open it in another tab and window in your browser. Once opened, you need to make your own copy. To do this, you need to go to the file at the top left, click it, and in the drop down box, click Make a Copy. Click OK in the next menu. You will have saved a copy to your Google account. There will now be a copy of the spreadsheet in your Google Drive. And you will also find a copy in your Google Sheets menu. Using the calculator. Using my livestock calculator is simple. When the spreadsheet opens, it'll start on the Calving calculator page. At the bottom left of the spreadsheet, you will see 3 tabs named Cattle, Sheep and Chickens. The lambing calculator is located on the Sheep tab. Just click it to access it. You can access the chicken hatching calculator by clicking on the Chicken tab, and likewise, you can make a copy of any of these tabs by clicking them with your right mouse button and selecting Duplicate. Additionally, if you ever want to create a new spreadsheet page on this document, click the little plus icon at the very left of the screen. Altering the calculator and adding values. You can change any text values on the page. This will not stop the calculator working. The cells containing text do not contain any formulas. Any cells with dates in may contain formulas, so be careful when changing these. In the next example, I will show you how to add a date to the Calving calculator spreadsheet. The lambing date calculator and the chicken hatch date calculator work in a similar way. To start with, double-click any date in the AI date column. A pop-up box will then appear allowing you to choose a date. Try selecting one. Once done, you will see that the calving date has auto-updated depending on which date you have chosen. That's all there is to it. You can fine-tune the gestation time to suit your herd, flock and breed of cattle and sheep. I've chosen 283 days, as that's the standard gestation time for most cattle breeds we keep on our farm. If you alter this value, it will change every date in the calving date column in column G. Feel free to have a play with this value and get a feel for what it does and how it changes things. Using the lambing calculator. The lambing calculator works in a similar way. Double-click any date in the date seen cell in column E, and the due date will auto-calculate. Again, the gestation time can be changed using cell J1. The poultry hatching date spreadsheet works in a similar manner. Pick a date in one column, and the next column will calculate the hatch. Adding new dates. Adding a new date is simple. For the calculator to work, type in your date in the first date section in column E. However, you need to make sure that the date is written in a standard format. By standard format, I mean something like this: day, month, year. Do not try to use a date like this, Friday the 13th, 2013. The second type of date won't work. To calculate your new calving date and lambing date, you simply need to copy and paste the formula from a working cell to your new row. The spreadsheet will then calculate your new date for you. There's an easy way to calculate many dates at once, and this will work with any spreadsheet software too. Click on a date cell that contains the date calculation. You'll notice that there is a little square in the bottom right of the cell. Drag this downward. If there are any dates in any of column E, it will use these dates to make any calculations, and it's far easier than having to manually copy and paste a formula from cell to cell. Some people using this spreadsheet might not like to use the date format that goes day, month, year. Some people prefer to use a date format that might go month, day, year. Regardless of which one you prefer, it's easy to change the date format in Google Sheets. If you wish to change the date format, you simply need to 1. Select column E, then go to the format menu, select number, go to more formats and select more date and time formats. You can then select your desired date format. And that concludes the end of the spreadsheet section. Next, we'll get our dates into Google Calendar and have them sent as alerts to our phone. Bear in mind, this next part is optional. You don't have to synchronize the dates of the spreadsheet with your Google Calendar. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like or share it. If you would like more useful farming tutorials like this, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel or go to my site and join my mailing list.